Welcome back to No Recipes, where we elevate everyday meals using tried and true techniques. I'm Mark Matsumoto, and today I'm going to be showing you an easy one-bowl meal that comes together in less time than it takes to order a pizza. I often hear people saying that Japanese food is too complicated or too exotic to make at home. But it's actually a lot simpler than you might think. Take oyakodon for instance. If you can get past the slightly morbid name, it's just chicken and egg that's cooked together with onions and some seasonings before going on top of a bowl of rice. It's such a staple of Japanese comfort food that it's the go-to meal for a lot of home cooks when they need to get a meal on the table quickly. Sound good? Let's do this! Our ingredients today include egg, mitsuba, dashi, sake, soy sauce, sugar, onion, chicken, cooked rice, and shichimi chili flakes. The first thing we're gonna wanna do is chop up some mitsuba for the garnish. It's a Japanese herb, but if you can't find it, watercress makes a suitable substitute. You can also go a different direction and garnish this with scallions or peas. Now we're gonna slice up some onions. You don't want them to be too thick, but you don't want them to be super thin either. For the chicken, you want to cut them up into large, bite-sized pieces. I like using skin-on chicken thighs because they have the most flavor and won't dry out as easily, but you can make this with chicken tenders as well. For the eggs, you want to break them into a container with a spout. This is going to make it a lot easier to pour into the pan later. Then we're just going to beat them very lightly. You still want for there to be distinct patches of egg white and egg yolk. Be sure to use fresh eggs from a trusted source, especially if you're not planning to fully cook them. Okay, prep's done, let's start cooking. I'm gonna add the dashi, sake, soy sauce, sugar, and onions to a small pan and bring this to a boil. If the onions are clumped up, be sure to separate them so they cook evenly. Japanese dashi stock is the traditional choice here, but chicken or vegetable stock will work in a pinch. When the onions start turning translucent, we're gonna add the chicken. Give them a bit to cook through on one side, and then we're gonna turn them over and repeat this a few times until the chicken starts taking on some color from the sauce. This ensures the chicken's seasoned all the way through. That looks about right. Now we're gonna cover this with a lid and turn down the heat, letting it gently simmer until the chicken is cooked through, which will take about another 3 to 4 minutes. When the chicken is cooked through, we're gonna remove the lid and flip the pieces of chicken over. Be sure to space them evenly around the pan. Now we're gonna turn up the heat and bring the sauce to a boil. Then we're gonna pour the egg over the chicken in a figure 8 pattern, which ensures the egg gets distributed evenly. Next, you wanna whack the pan on the stove a few times to redistribute the egg. Okay, we're gonna cover this with a lid and turn off the heat while we serve the rice. The residual heat should be enough to gently cook the egg most of the way through, leaving a thin layer of partially cooked egg on top. The egg in oyakodon is traditionally served a little runny, but you do run the risk of getting sick. So, if you're worried about this, you can fully cook the eggs by turning down the heat instead of turning it off. Okay, while we wait for the egg to cook through, let's plate up the rice in a donburi. Donburi is just the Japanese word for bowl, and you want to pick one with a diameter that's roughly equal to the size of the pan that you used. Let's check on the egg. Wow, look at that! Our rice is ready and the egg is perfect, so let's get this plated. I'm just gonna start from one side and slide the chicken and egg right onto the rice. Garnish that with a little mitsuba for color, and we're done! With tender, juicy chicken and sweet onions enrobed in creamy egg, oyakodon is not only simple to make, it's satisfying and delicious. The sauce seeps down into the rice, seasoning it with the mouth-watering flavors of chicken and dashi. This one-bowl meal is truly a comfort food that reminds most Japanese people, including yours truly, of their mother's home cooking. If you want to make more than one portion, be sure to do it in separate pans so it's easier to serve. What did I tell you? Easy, right? I've got a ton of other delicious Japanese recipes that I want to share with you guys, but I want to know what you think. Head down to the comments below and let me know what you think I should make next. And while you're down there, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss my next delicious episode. Okay, I'm gonna go have my oyakodon before it gets cold, but I'll catch you next Sunday. Be sure to catch us on Instagram at NoRecipes.